What is up, Honey Badger Nation? This is John Kitchens, and welcome to episode 171 of Expert Mentors Live. And becoming somewhat of a tradition, having the one and only Miss Gogo on with us to kick the year off. And we're going to dive into kind of the state of social media, all things social media heading into the new year, and really look forward to this conversation. Like I said, this is our third year of having this kickoff, and so excited. And I was grateful that we're able to make it happen with Gogo and her crazy schedule to come live to you guys, and let's talk all things social media. Gogo, what's up?
Who are you kidding? It's my absolute pleasure to be here.
I was hoping that you were going to be somewhere warm and tropical instead of cold and nasty.
I know it is cold and nasty, but it's good things come in time. So we are building a house in Florida. It was supposed to be ready in December. It's not. Then January, not. Now March. So by the summer, I should be down there. When the weather's nice up here, I should be down there.
As soon as the weather gets nice.
I have it. Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, for the few folks out there that haven't had the opportunity to connect with you or get a better understanding of who you are, I would love to just give the quick Cliff Notes version, and then I don't want to waste any time. I want to jump right in because we've got a lot of stuff to cover.
Yeah, sounds good. So my real name is Genevieve. I decided to sell real estate in Michigan. Nobody can say that name, so everybody calls me Gogo. And because I had no sphere, didn't know anyone, I kind of had to rely on, I asked my question, who's going to buy a house from me? And it was the strangers, and where are the strangers? And on social media, right? So that's how it started for me. I started with Facebook initially. Then I took my party over to Instagram. I do use pretty much all of the platforms, as I like to say, use it and abuse it, whichever comes natural to you, right? You'll find your people. And I guess fast forward 11 years now, they call me the social media queen of real estate. Kind of out of necessity, I had to push the buttons and figure it out because I had to make a name for myself. And I'm the sorest loser you'll ever meet. And so I figured if I'm in real estate, I have to find my own path. And that's just happened to be social media for me.
I love it. And like I said, if you guys want to check out the previous episodes that we did, they're the first episodes of the last 2 years. We did, we kicked this thing off episode 86 back in 2020, and then went into obviously last year, episode 129. And here we are at 171 talking all things social media. And if you guys want to get Gogo's story, we dive a little bit deeper on those other episodes than we are going to today. Just because there's a lot of things that we want to dive into and cover. And I want to make sure we are obviously respectful to your time and everybody else's, and give as much gold and nuggets and value that we can. So, state of social media. I would love for you, Gogo, just to kind of, as you see things are, today, things that we were chatting about before we came live. I think it's more so of what hasn't changed than what has, but yeah, just kind of, state of social media, where you see things at right now, and how we're, should be thinking about things moving into this new year.
Yeah, so I think it's very important that social media is not an option anymore. So that's the number one thing I want to talk about, is that you have to have it. Now, if you don't feel comfortable, well, you can't grow in comfort zone, right? So just freaking get comfortable with it. It's that simple. Because if not, you become a dinosaur, and then you're out. And you can't do that. I mean, I'm not saying you won't be able to make it in the future by buying Zillow leads or those third-party companies or whatever, but it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. And if you can do this for yourself and build your own brand. And so I guess what I teach, the one part that we didn't cover is, and I don't run ads. So all of my transactions that I have done, and mind you, I have a small team here in the state of Michigan. I never wanted to have a mega icon team. That was never my intention. Again, I started out as a stay-at-home mom, and I just wanted to make enough money to cover the trips back home to Romania, right? Like I remember when $7,000 going to Romania was a lot of money and we couldn't afford it every year, right? Yeah. So I just wanted to make extra money so I can go home, but I still wanted to be a mom. And then that's kind of snowballed into what it is today with multiple businesses and all of those things. But I'm still very proud to say that I don't run ads. I've never have for real estate, for the next lead, right? You see my ads all the time for my boot camps. That's a totally different side of my business, right? But what I teach what we are going to talk about here today, and what I teach when I talk about brand building and lead generation to become your own, to put the bacon on your own table, I always talk about organically. Now, today I'm going to talk about a little bit about throwing some money at it, because why not, especially if you have it, because $5-10 a day on Facebook will take you really far. But really the basics are that you have to be on social media. It's not if you should, you have to, must, period. Like, just you must do it. The ones that I do is Facebook and Instagram, and I strongly recommend for you to link them together. So you create a business page. So when I talk, by the way, it's business page, not personal, right? On a personal, you're wasting your time. You can only have 5,000 followers on a personal account, and you cannot run ads. Nor do you have demographics. You don't have what we call insights. You don't know who's your follower, how old they are, where they're located, what time of the day they log in, do they watch your videos in full, things like that. So you have to have business pages. So mine is Gogo's Real Estate. Number one is the brand, right? You have to have that name figured out, because if John is John Kitchens on one of the, like johnkitchens.com, right? On one of the websites. And then on the other one, you go and it's Texas Favorite Realtor.com. I don't know that that's the same thing, right? And many realtors don't even use the same images on their stuff. So right. If I go to your Facebook profile, the the image is not the same as your Instagram, and your personal is totally different, and your .com and your business card and your, let's not even talk about your yard sign, right? So when I'm saying name and image, everything's the same. So if you look at anything of mine, is the lady in the red dress, and you have to have that. So this is just the basics, right? Like I know I'm taking you all the, like everybody's like, but you have to have the basics: name, image, so people can recognize you. If you change that, you're going to change it on every single platform. Now we have the TikToks and the YouTubes, right? I strongly recommend YouTube for everyone. TikTok is not necessarily my cup of tea, just because I am not artistic. So I'm a numbers nerd, actually, to be honest with you. And so for me, it's too artistic for my imagination. And then I get frustrated when I can't come up with content, right? So I don't do TikTok. Personally, I'm not saying it's not a good avenue. Millions and millions of people are on there, right? I think actually TikTok just passed, I think, Google in traffic. Like they generate a lot of traffic, right? So it's a good place for eyeballs. I just don't know your ability. I don't know the audience's age, right? I don't know your ability to actually turning them into a client, and I'm all about making the next commission. So, but I don't say don't do it. Maybe build an audience in TikTok and then take them over to Instagram or Facebook or whatever you can actually capture their information, and then link them together, right? So link those accounts together so you only do one thing. And what do you say? Like, kill multiple birds with one stone kind of
right.
situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The next thing is everybody that listening to this is EXP?
No, there'll be other people outside of EXP that are listening, but I think, anything that we share about EXP is just for those that are not, it's just additional knowledge to know really what's available with EXP. Before you jump into there, Gogo, for those that, I get more traction just off my personal Facebook than I do the business Facebook, but I haven't been intentional with the business Facebook.
Yeah.
Would you say those need to mirror each other? And if you're going to gravitate over, do they need, like, does the profile pic, do they both need to be exactly the same?
So no, I actually don't do anything on my personal that's business related. So my personal is personal. My personal is when my kids grow up, is where my parents in childhood from Romania get to see my life in the US. It's where I share thoughts that might be political. Right, and I don't want to put it on the business page because I lose half of my followers. So I personally don't mix business with person, but here's how you can get around it, right? So if you want the traffic, because you have built your personal for all this time, right? And you're like, well, I want those eyeballs on my business. What you want to do is you create your business account, and then periodically what applies to your personal crowd, you share it from your business page. that will make them keep coming over to your business page, right? Because like, oh, I didn't know Jen has a business page. So what I do, for example, because on my Instagram, I have people everywhere, right? In different countries, definitely multiple different states. If I have a listing in Pinckney, Michigan, it would be a waste of my time to put it on my Instagram, right? Because most of my followers that are local, where it would actually apply, would be on my Facebook business page and on my personal. So what I do is when we have our new listings, I don't post it on Instagram because chances that someone from California is moving to Pinckney, Michigan, slim to none, right? So it doesn't go on my Instagram, but it does go on my business Facebook page with my own KvCore link. And I want to emphasize KvCore today. And this is why I asked if most of the agents on here are EXP, is because we get KvCore, right? And you need to use it and abuse it because it's one of the best lead capturing site that's out there, and we get it all technically included in our monthly fees, right? So what I do is, let's say we have a new listing, 123 Main Street. I go into my KvCore, I take that listing, and then I post it onto my business page. And then from the business page, I share it to my personal, because it's business related and I want the people to take my business seriously, right? So then I have to share it from my business page. I still share it onto my personal, so all of my personal friends will see it because they are local, sure, right? Or they are in Romania, but it comes from my business page. So if it's business related, it always comes from my business page.
Got it. Now, you said this a couple times, and I think this is important to understand. And you said get wherever you feel comfortable. So Instagram, you've always felt comfortable with, but you also said something about knowing where your people are at, knowing your demographic, knowing your audience. You said you don't know age on TikTok. You don't want to mess with it. You know, you can do the same TikTok type things with Reels. That's why Instagram, implemented that. But how important is it understanding, one, comfortable, but also your people? Where are your people hanging out?
Yeah. So here's the thing. The truth is, right, you can't grow in comfort zone. So if you're comfortable wherever you're at, you're dying. Like you reached your peak, right? So you have to get out of that and put yourself into the next situation. So I usually do CPRs on myself. C is your commitment, P is your penalty, R is your reward. If I don't feel like doing something, right? So if I have to force
myself, that again, because you've shared this a couple of times. This is gold for you guys listening. This is a writer downer. I'm gonna write it down.
Write it down. C, P, R. C is your commitment. And I only do this on myself when I don't feel like doing something, but I know I freaking have to. So C is your commitment. What's your commitment? So it might be that today you are going to share your listing with your own KvCore link, right? You're like, I don't freaking even know what Gogo's talking about. I don't know where to find it, but I'm going to freaking do it today, right? If you don't do it, R is your, P is your penalty. What happens if you don't do it? So, but you have to be honest with yourself and you have to set your penalty high enough so then you're actually going to get it done. So for me, usually a penalty is like, I'll have to jump out of an airplane. I'm deadly afraid of heights. It's never freaking going to happen. Like I will get that thing that I said, I will get it done today because I am not jumping out of an airplane. Okay. The next one is reward. Sometimes you are driven by reward. Sometimes you're driven by penalty. Just depending how I feel that week, right? If my reward is high enough, so maybe you wanted that Gucci belt all this time and you never freaking bought it because it's $600 and stupid to spend $600 on a Gucci belt, right? But then you say, well, but if I get this done, I'm going to be making a $9,000 commission. So why not spend $600?
I like it.
Right? Because I can justify it. So then you set your reward. So sometimes I'm driven by the dangling carrot. Sometimes I'm driven by the penalty. But if you have things that you don't feel like doing, so right now, set that commitment, write it down. What is that commitment that you're going to do today or this week or this year, right? And then you have to set your penalty. And you set to set your reward. So, and then stay consistent, right? So keep doing that thing that you promised that you're going to do. So just get into the uncomfortable or you're not going to be able to grow. And you all know, like everybody's uncomfortable. Everybody's next step is different. So for me, this year is going to be YouTube. It's not that I don't know how to do YouTube. It's just a different time, right? Like I need to find time for that because YouTube is a different, even though it's a video-based platform, most of the video-based platform like the Facebooks and the Instagram that I use, they prefer vertical video. YouTube, horizontal, right? Yep. So now if I need to build a YouTube channel, now I have to shoot the same exact videos that I just shot for Instagram vertically. I have to reshoot it horizontally, or it's not ideal setup, right? So that's why you have to think about which one is most doable for you. It might not be comfortable, but which one is more doable? If you already have a nice room that it's quiet and you have lighting for it and you have your camera set up and all that, maybe YouTube is your thing. right? If you don't have a very active life, like you mostly in front of your computer and that's how you do work, then Instagram stories is really not for you because nothing really happening in your life, right? YouTube would be your platform. So you just kind of figure out where you fit in on these platforms and just go live with it. So KvCore is the next one that I want to talk about. And I want to give you guys a schedule on this because again, consistency is key. I didn't post one time and be like, okay, so I woke up and I have 60,000 followers and I did so many transactions and so many million in production and I built a team and a downline and 3 other businesses, right? So it doesn't work like that. It's time times consistency, right? So it's over time. I posted over 70,000 times to have what I have today. So the KvCore schedule, then I want you all to get into the habit of, and this is the schedule we do. You can, of course, switch this up with your own link. So Mondays, you're going to post a listing, any listing period. I don't care. Something that it's a lakefront property, a starter up condo, whatever property you find and you love, right? That's Mondays. And it's your own KvCore link. If you don't know how to do that, I hope you have KvCore on your phone. Just download it. Mine just throws me out lately, so I have to log in every day. But let's see if it's, oh, I'm in. Okay. So if you don't have KvCore on your phone yet, then download it. It's simple. In the very bottom, do you see where it says listings?
Yep.
Okay, you click that. Listings are going to come up. I'm just going to choose the one on the top. It's a $350,000 house in Howell. I'm going to click that very quick. When you open it up, right, you're going to have your own link. You click that little plus button. So let me just show you this. You open up a listing. It looks like this. There's a plus button on the bottom. You see that?
Yep.
You click that. And then you go to, I usually do this on the laptop, so I haven't. Where's the send email, send via text message, send directly to text message, boost, property add to favorite, show your map, email tag, text tag, create. Okay. I'm going to post to Facebook. There's a post to Facebook button. You have to be logged in. You can also just text it to yourself. So send via text. If you click send via text, it's going to show you the link right there, right? So you're going to just copy that link and go over to your Facebook and post it, go over to your LinkedIn and post it. So this is what you're going to be doing on Mondays. If you open this up on your computer, it's much easier because when you open up the listing, on the right-hand side, there's a link called a direct link. And that's all you need to do, right? That you copy that link and you post it on your Facebook. So that's every Monday. Every Tuesday, we do one of our listings. If we sold it over the weekend, right? If you don't have an active listings, then go find another one. Wednesdays are search for homes. And that is your actual website. Like, do you know your KvCore website? Do you know how many agents I asked John and they don't even know what their KvCore website is?
No, I mean, it's got to be high. It's got to be extremely high.
Oh my Lord. You know how simple it is? It's your first name, last name, .exprealty.com for everybody in the whole company. First name, last name, .exprealty.com. Because my first name, last name is impossible to pronounce, I actually hold licenses Gogo Bethke. Good luck pronouncing or typing that, right? So if I had to do that, nobody on earth would find my website. So what I did is I bought gogosrealestateteam.com because I actually have a team in Michigan called Gogo's Real Estate Team. So it's gogosrealestateteam.com, and we just transfer the traffic from that to that. When you go to your own website, the very first page they go to is the search for home page. That's the link you need to share. So when you want on Wednesdays, when you're sharing the search for homes, you just go to your website, share that link, and that's it. Hey guys, I have access to everything in the state of Michigan. Whatever you possibly are looking for, you get full access. Just plug your stuff in right here, and then you get it automatically in your email. When they do, guess what happens? You get all of their information. Voila. Then you reach out to them and be like, hey, Kevin, I see that you're looking for a home in Brighton, Michigan. I would love to help you. Let's talk. Let's go out for coffee. However you do business, right? Thursdays are open houses. So we started doing it on Thursdays because Zillow will take a while, right, for the open houses to be featured on Zillow. So we usually make our open houses in our MLS active on Wednesday. So then by Thursday, they show up. I like to post it on Thursday. So then people who are planning their weekend, they know of like, oh, shoot, Saturday, we should go see this house, right? So we do, hey, guys, these are the open houses in Livingston County. And for that, I run a whole search for the whole county. I cover a very, very small area called Pinckney, Michigan. So if I do that, we're going to have like 2 open houses. So we can't do that. So I usually do the whole county. That's every Thursday. And Fridays, how much your home is worth. There are widgets that are built into your KvCore. How much your home is worth widget is automatically built into your website. Let me see if I can just pull it up here and share my screen.
While you're doing that, I think it's Gogo. I mean, as agents, we know a majority of agents, are solo by themselves. If you guys, I mean, you're at EXP, it's part of your monthly, $85 that you're paying. Like if you're not set up taking advantage of your KvCore, it's just how many solo agents that I've had, conversations with. I mean, they try to run their business off of a spreadsheet, and it's like, guys, take advantage of the tool, because if you were trying to go out there and buy anything else on your own, I mean, you're already paying $85. I mean, it's a steal. You've got to be using that.
Yeah. And I also don't understand. It's like, how do you know that? Well, do you think when I joined, they was like, oh, you're special. So hold on a minute. We're just going to give you a totally different SOP and we're just going to show you all the buttons. No. Like literally when we joined, I told Christy, my right-hand girl, I said, you're going to come over in PJs in the next 3 days. And all we are doing is freaking watching KvCore videos. And that's what we did. I was KvCore out of my mind. But then now I know how to use it, right? And we have more leads than we know what to do with them. And why, and what blows my mind is then people are more willing to give $4, $5, $7,000 to a third-party company for leads when you can literally generate it for yourself for free if you just figure out the systems that are already given to you and you stay consistent, right? So can I share my screen?
Yeah, absolutely. Do the share and then we'll pull it up. The thing, guys, is that
Am I echoing on your end, John? Because Christy's saying, and I'm echoing downstairs.
Sounds perfect.
Okay, so maybe just because I'm close to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, she sounds good. If you guys are listening in, give us a thumbs up if Gogo sounds good. If there's any echo or anything like that, let us know. But Gogo, like there's a handful. Yes, it's an echo. Huh.
It's an echo.
I heard an echo for a bit. Hopefully it's not.
I heard it for a little bit, but then it went away on my end. Is it still echoing?
At times. Okay, good. We're no echo. All good. Okay, we'll keep rolling. It may just be a little bit.
I think it started echoing when I started the share screen, so maybe I just won't share my screen.
Okay, we'll just talk about it and we can give them direction. The thing, Gogo, is that there's a handful of solo agents that I work with personally. They icon just working their KvCore database.
Yeah.
They don't drive.
I remember the first night, since we were talking about the CMA button, right? Like how much your home is worth. The first night I took that link and I posted it onto my Facebook. I said, if your market is freaking crazy, if you're curious how much your home is worth, just click the button. It will literally send you a report in 30 seconds, right? I woke up the next morning. I had 27 home evaluation requests. I was like, I don't have time for this. This is great, but I don't have time for this. So we just hired, as I already said, I had no, I didn't want to grow a big team, right? Plus we're moving out of Michigan now. So I really don't want to have a big team because I won't even be here for 9 months of the year. But we just hired a buyer's agent. We have one listing agent. So just the two of them handling all of our organically generated leads. But for that reason, Clancy was so busy. In her first year with me, she closed 38 deals, I think. She was so busy on her own, right, that she couldn't really manage all of the leads that coming in. She could barely take care of the ones that raised their hand already of like, I'm ready to go. So now Carrie is going to come in and she's going to manage all that. She's going to do all of the buy side. But if you do this right, guys, you'll have more leads than you'll have time of the day.
Yeah.
You never have to pay a penny. It just shows up in your account, right? I mean, shows up in your account if you take the link and you post it on your social media so they can click it. So here's how it works, guys. You take that link, let's say a Monday listing, right? And it's a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom, 2-bed, cute little condo, 123 Main Street, Michigan, Brighton, Michigan, right? So they click it. It's going to show them the first 3 photos. After that, it's going to ask them to log in with Facebook if they would like to see the rest of the listing. And they are going to be like, I'm just going to log in with Facebook because I'm not going to give you my name and email address, right? But guess what they gave to Facebook?
Their name and their email address.
And most of you even is so kind and you give your cell phone number to Facebook. So now I know everything about you. So do me a favor, add this to your CPR. When you go in today, I really want to show this though. Let's see if I can show it very quick.
See if you can do it. We'll figure it out. And guys, I mean, if you're not taking advantage of it, you've got to utilize that tool, especially as a solo agent or a small agent. You need some systems and structures in your business, and there's no low cost, easy way to have a strong foundation within your business.
So let's see. Can you switch over to that in the bottom? Can you guys see KvCore?
Yep.
Awesome. So let's say this Robert Wetcham guy that came in 20 hours ago viewed this listing, right? So now here's the thing that's going to blow your mind. So I have his email address and I have his cell phone number because Facebook was so kind and shared it with us. But look on the right-hand side right here where it says more actions. click that button. And now I can go down to Facebook and find this Robert guy on Facebook. So if Robert used the same email address, oh, I'm not logged in. My new Chrome decided to log me out of everyone thing. Let me see if I can show you on LinkedIn.
So that was one of the platforms that you did not kind of bring up in our initial discussion. What's your thoughts on LinkedIn?
Yeah. So you see this guy is right here, database engineer, KvCore Corporation, Tennessee. Right. So now this tells me that he is coming from out of state and thinking about moving into Michigan, because I'm assuming the property that he looked at is in Michigan. Yes, in Commerce Township, Michigan. You see? So the cool thing is, think about it this way. In the right-hand side, you always want to go to more action and then go down to Facebook and find them on Facebook and send them a Facebook message. The reason why is this guy, tell me right now, how do I stop sharing?
I got you.
There we go. So tell me right now, how many unopened Facebook messages you have?
I've got a couple. I'll put it that way.
A couple, right? How many unopened emails you have?
A ton.
So I have 116,895 unopened emails. So the chances that if you're going to email me, then I'm going to see it and open it. By the way, did you know less than 1% of the emails get opened?
Yeah.
So you sending them an email of, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you looked up 123 Main Street. There's a 99% chance that they're not going to open it or even receive it, because they have another 116,000 that they haven't opened yet, right? But Facebook messages, and especially then I have his cell phone number. Now I can shoot him a video message from KvCore. So usually my team, everything that we do is video based. So the very first message that goes automatically to everyone in our database, it's a text message video and an email video. So the system is smart enough to know that if this lead is looking at a house, is that a buyer or a seller? Well, they're looking at a house, right?
Typically, they're in buy mode, right?
Exactly. They're a buyer. So the system assumes that this person who looked at the house is a buyer. As soon as the lead comes in, it signs them up on an automated buyer drip campaign. But in my opinion, it's very important to add a video message to that. So our very first thing that goes out is a text and an email video. Just say, oh my gosh, Robert, I'm so excited that you're thinking about buying a home. This is Gogo with Gogo's real estate team. We've been in the business for 12 years. We are 5 stars, blah, blah, blah. You feel free to Google us under Gogo's real estate team. Let me tell you a little bit about our team, and someone from the team is going to be calling you within 5 minutes. So I usually say within 5 minutes, and then I say the last 4 digits of our team phone number, right? So then they know what number they're going to call from. So the chances that they're going to answer it is much higher, because I already gave them the stranger danger. You're going to get a call from a number ending in 0289. Right? So then they know that within 5 minutes, they get a call from a number ending in 0289, and that's someone from the Gogo's real estate team. So then this way we can turn those deals over much faster. And that goes out automatically as a text message and as an email, even though I don't recommend email, but we hit them from every angle, right? And then I also want you to take a personalized message. So these are automated messages, which means we are not calling them by name. So this message goes out to every buyer and says, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're looking for a home. This is Gogo with Gogo's real estate team, yada, yada, and just kind of goes into that. What I want you to do is call them by name and do a personalized one. So as soon as the lead comes in, you grab your phone and you say, it's Robert. And you say, hey, Robert, this is Gogo. By the way, you also got an automated message from our system. I just wanted you to have a face with the name. This is Gogo, the heat, blah, 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 blah. Take it from there. I would love an opportunity to be your buyer's agent. This is my cell phone number. Give me a call. Right? Or I'll be calling you within 2 minutes from this cell phone number, whatever your spiel is, right? But then when you're sending them a text message or a Facebook message that's personalized, you call them by name, and it's a video, what do you think are the chances they're going to open it? Curiosity kills the
100%.
cat.
They're going to open it. Right?
They're like, who's this blonde chick leaving me a video message, right? Or even like guy, girl, whatever. Doesn't matter. Who's this person, and how do you know my name? And all of those things. So you have to do video. Video is very important.
So before you move on, you said right from the gate, we said, hey, what are some of the things as we're talking state of social media moving into 2022? And it's like if you don't have this as a strong pillar of your business, you're dead.
You're dead.
Would you say moving into 22 that if you're not utilizing video at a high level, you're going to be dead as well?
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like I always say, imagine the boulevard of realtors, right? Mr. and Mrs. Buyer are pushing the stroller. There's the puppy, right? And they're walking down the street, and there's stores of realtors. They get to choose from 1.6 million of us. Why on earth should I use you? If they can use me, if they can use you, if they can use you, if they can use you, right? And the only way they know of your existence and the only way they can connect to you, right, to find something in common, why on earth they want to choose you is because you allowed them to get to know you. And that comes through video.
I love it. I couldn't agree more. I thought it's, over the last couple of years, I know you and I, we've talked about it, is you've got to go all in on video, and there's still a tremendous amount of hesitation with it. But I would put it right there that you have to be on social, but you have to be doing video.
Yeah. Video is not an option. I do all the time. I mean, I did videos and I didn't have my front tooth, right? Like, I'm like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I have an accent, and by no means do I have it all figured out, right? There are times when I don't even use the right word. I use like a word that kind of sounds like the word that I was supposed to be using, right? But I'm like, what do I get? Like, I don't speak perfect English. It's my third language, right? But then I'm going to find all of those foreigners who feel the same way than I do, right? And they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know she's from Romania or she's Hungarian or whatever. And then I get those people to work with me.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's so key. And it's, nobody wants to see a robot. And so I think the power of video allows the vulnerability to come through, the transparency. You and I talked about it last year, the year before. Holly and I've talked about it, is that, this is the most transparent time in history. Yeah. And it's just becoming more and more transparent. And if you're not video, if you're not genuine, if you're not authentic, people will sniff you out in a hurry.
And that's the other thing, like, you have to say the truth, always the truth and nothing but the truth, right? Because it will always, if you decide to play the social media game, the truth always comes to surface, right? So whatever that truth is, just own it. You find your people.
Yeah.
Whoever's not my people, I don't want to work with them anyway, not even for a commission.
Yeah, we're trying to filter them out anyways.
I used to.
We moved beyond that.
But if you do this right, you get to choose who you want to work with one day.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So I took some notes. Do you want me kind of just go through them and make sure we don't forget anything?
Absolutely. Keep rolling. This is great. And make sure, if you guys are tuning in, you have any questions, throw them in there. Even if we're not able to come back around to it, we'll see it. We'll make sure that we get you pointed in the right direction. Gogo gives you guys some clarity. And, as always, if you guys are finding value or love something, reshare it and also acknowledge it and give Gogo some love for, spending her time and dropping tons of value already. So Gogo, keep rolling with us. I know you've got so much more that we want to get to.
Yay. This is live in Team Gogo as well too, right?
Yep.
It's fitting into both. Awesome. Okay.
Yep.
You can always put questions in the comments and underneath the live video, and then I will try to go later on into the Honey Badgers and later on to the Team Gogo group and answer them. So feel free to put questions. Maybe we can answer some at the end here if we still have time, but if not, I'll address it later. I'll visit the groups and I'll address it later. On video, since we're talking video, don't just make statements, right? Ask questions, or not just videos, right? All of your posts. Don't be like, and don't do things like happy hump day. Guess what? Everybody freaking knows it's the middle of the week, right? Like, don't say things like, just like Merry Christmas. Like, share a story, right? You always want to do a story, and then you want to ask a question at the end. Did this happen to you before? Do you like what I'm talking about? Do you want to hear more of things like this? What is your favorite quote? Like, if I'm talking about my favorite quote, what is your favorite quote, right? Instagram and Facebook, or I should say the algorithm on any of these platforms, they don't care how many followers you have. They care about how interactive they are with you. Do they give you the time of the day? Do they leave you messages when you post something? Do they watch the video in full length? Do they skip your stories or do they watch it, right? So since we're talking about stories, you have all kinds of swipe up opportunities. And the best thing ever happened in the past, you had to have 10,000 followers to be able to have a link on your stories. Now everybody can do it.
Changed it.
That is like, what? You can print money. You can literally sit back, put your feet up, and print it. Do you understand how that works? So for example, let's say you have a listing, okay? 122 Main Street. You go out there to take a quick little video. Oh my gosh, this one is coming on the market, 3-bedroom, 2-bed, yada, yada, right? And now you're going to go to your KvCore the same way that I just showed you. Open up your app, go to the bottom, click listings, find your own listing, get that link. Now you're going to go over to Instagram. So let's say to shoot a video on Instagram, you're just going to hold, well, let's back it up. When you open it up, it looks like that, right? You swipe, it's going to take you to your stories. So now I'm going to shoot a code. You have a button. If you tap it, it's a picture. If you hold it down, it's a video. So I'm going to hold it down very quick, right? So I'm just shooting a quick little video, blah, blah, blah. When your video is done, you're going to swipe up and you're going to find the little, it's backwards. It's going to find the little button that says links right here. This one says links. So I'm going to click that, right? And right up here, it's going to allow me to put in the www.johnkitchenscoaching.com, right? If that's what we're talking about right here. So which allows you, in this case, since we're talking listings, you're going to take that KvCore direct link to your own listing, and you're going to bring it here. You're going to plug it in there. And then you can see, by the way, guys, if you want to see furthermore about this property, just click the link. When they click the link, guess what happens? It takes them to your website, to your listing. In order for them to see it, again, they see 3 photos. After that, they have to log in with Facebook or Instagram. They log in, you have their information. Your job is to collect data. What do you think Zillow does? What do you think Zillow does? They collect data, right? Sure. They generate traffic to a site, and then they sell it back to you, which, by the way, they generated that traffic with your listing. Don't even.
So you should be collecting that data is Gogo's point. Data. Yes.
You should be collecting that data.
That's right.
Yes. So anything. So for example, let's say you are doing agent attraction. So I do an event every single Wednesday night at 8:00. We do what's called Why Not EXP. And actually tonight, our Satero is going to do it the very first time. Somebody else is doing it. I'm so excited. So it's a presentation about EXP where we invite our guests, right? So anybody in the Team Gogo organization can go and invite their guests. They invite, we present, they sign them up. So that's every single Wednesday night. So Tuesdays, usually we do a reminder video. So Tuesdays, I go on there and say something along like, hey guys, if you're thinking about this whole EXP thing and you're like, what the heck is this? And you want to check us out, just click the link below. I'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m., right? So for that, I can show you what we do. And you have to have a website. So if you don't have your website yet, you definitely have to do it. And that will take me back to, which one is it? This one right here. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. So this is my gogobethke.com or gogobethke.work. It's, by the way, created by a honey badger. So support one another, guys. If you want a page like this, you just go to the very bottom of mine and it says, want a page like mine, click that. It's $20 to set it up and $20 to maintain it after that in a month. It's worth every single penny. But the one I want to talk about right now is the Partner With Me tab. If you don't have a Partner With Me tab, then you are not doing agent attraction. Right? Because if somebody's talking to me and they want to know more about EXP, I'm going to send them to this tab where they can watch all kinds of videos about EXP. They can watch my own video, which, by the way, if you don't have your own video, write this down. Why I joined EXP Realty with your name.
I want you guys to all understand this. Those are assets. And you are in business, and business is about creating and collecting assets. Documented standard SOP, standard operating procedures, are assets. That video of why I joined EXP Realty from Gogo is an asset. You guys have to be thinking in terms of assets and liabilities. And are you consistently creating assets? And those are digital assets. And so you've got to be doing those things. I just wanted,
and you do it once and it works for you for the rest of your life. Because guess what? This is a long video, right? It's like 40 some minutes long. And I talk from the heart, and don't script it, right? Just tell the world why you joined EXP. Tell the world who you are, where you are in your career, why you decided EXP, why on earth they should join with you, right? Because if you don't tell them literally that they should join with you, they're going to go join with somebody else.
Here's a little marketing secret for all of you guys listening in. Gogo said 47 minutes. You're like, oh, that's too long. Here's the reality of it. Those individuals that sit there and watch all 47 minutes of that video, do you think they're going to be more bought in to wanting to align and join with Gogo than somebody that watches 3 minutes?
Would you change your life with a 3-minute video? Would you pack up shop after 8 years of your career being with another brokerage and be like, I'm out of here because you watched a 2-minute video? Nope, me neither, right? So I cover everything. I cover a little bit about me because, again, people join people, not brokerages. So I want them to understand who I am and what I bring to the table. I cover a little bit about my career, of where I started and how I got to where I'm at, and the 3 brokerages that I've been with in the 8.5 years before I switched to EXP. And then I cover the reasons why I switched, right? I'm not telling them why they should switch, and don't do that. You should come over to EXP because this, and this. No. I'm just telling you why I made the switch, right? Subconsciously, what am I telling them? Why they should switch to? But here is why I switch, right? And then at the end, I tell them why they should join with me. What are the benefits that they get above and beyond that this amazing company offers? Then they should switch with you. So you have to have a video like this. But now that I did that story video in my Instagram, right, which feeds over to my Facebook, now I'm going to come here. And since we are talking about the Why Not EXP, I'm going to click that button, right? As soon as it opens up, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to copy this, right? And I'm going to paste it right back into my Instagram story. So what did I just do? I took him from one platform over to another platform.
Your platform, your page, your landing page. Yes.
My page where they can jump right into the Why Not and schedule an appointment and show up tonight at 8 o'clock. Right? But if you don't have your .com, right? If you didn't do your website that I just showed you about, which is my first name, last name.com, so gogobethke.com. If you want one, go to the bottom, click I want a page like this. It's $20, guys. Skip Starbucks for a week. Actually,
no-brainer.
2 days. Skip Starbucks for 2 days. And then you have your own website built. It's fully customizable. You can make it look exactly like mine or nothing like mine. It's totally up to you. But I have all kinds of buttons on there. I have the button to buy a home, to sell a home, invite me to a podcast, invite me to speak at an event, my Gogo's Bootcamp stuff, all of my links to all of the different platforms or all of the different things, how I make income, which another thing we need to talk about today is affiliate income. When social media comes into the picture, guys, you can make money in a million different ways. I have flown for free in first class all year last year, and I travel at least once a month. And I think I bought one ticket last year. And I've flown first class all year because of the points that I accumulated. Everything that you use has affiliate income. Your credit card will pay you affiliate income if you share that link. So when I travel, what do? I take a picture at the airport right before the Delta door, right? And then I'm go to my credit card and I say, refer a friend, and going to give me a link. I'm going to copy that link. I'm going to go to that photo that I just posted into my story, right? I'm going to include that link. And I say, if you would like to fly for free too, click my Delta link and get yourself a fancy Delta SkyMile credit card. And then Delta gives them 75,000 miles because they join and got the credit card, and they give me, I don't know, 20,000 or something. That's 2 trips to Florida.
Yeah.
Right? Like everything that you do will make you money. I bought the mirror, the workout mirror downstairs, right? Every time I do a workout, I take a picture, I share my link. What happens? They get $100 off when they buy it, and I get a free month. I haven't paid for the mirror yet. Right? Like, don't look at just when I got my tooth, guys. When I got my tooth done, I asked the dentist, hey, I have a pretty good social media following, local and national. And would you be interested if I promote you guys every time I'm in here? Would you give me a discount? They gave me 20% off. This one tooth is $14,000. That's $2,800 to make a couple posts. Would you make a couple posts for $2,800?
Every day.
Every day. Call me. Right? So think about it this way. I don't even know how many sources of income I have anymore because I don't do anything without printing money.
Yeah. And utilizing the stories. And before, just like Gogo shared, you used to have over 10,000 and, guilty, paying to get up over that, just to be able to have that one feature. Now,
everybody
don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to. And
so just link, invite them to events, include the link. You have a home for sale, include the link. You're doing an open house this weekend, include the link. You're having pictures with Santa, include the link.
Yeah.
Link. You always want to take them back to your website. You want to capture their information and write into your KvCore. Okay, get familiar with the story swipe up options. So for example, let's say you do a video today about, hey guys, I'm thinking about doing a presentation about how to double your income in 2022. Who's interested of coming, right? And then you do a swipe up. So after you took your video, you do a swipe up, and right there is a thing that's called a question box. So I did my video, right? I do the swipe up. Ooh, try to do it backwards with your left hand. And there's a box that's called questions right there. So you click that. When you click it, this question box is going to come up, right? So I'm going to say, put your email in the box. And I would just say, put your email and then 3 arrows down, right? So now I am collecting email addresses, right? From people that are interested for coming to the How to Double Your Business in 2022. And do you think I'm going to mention the Icon program?
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. because I want them. Do I do it because of the kindness of my heart? I mean, sometimes. Not always. I do have a heart. Sometimes I do it, but most of the times I do it with the future intention, right? So if I'm doing something like that, I'm doing with the future intention. I invest into you now, but hopefully in the future I own your business and you are going to decide to be business partners with me, right? Or you could do something like, let's say you do a video and you say, are you thinking about buying in 2022? Right? And they say yes or no. So this is how I'm going to find out, right? So I'm going to do a video. I'm going to put it on selfie mode. And I'm going to say, hey, I'm just sitting here. Hold on, I didn't start shooting. There we go. I'm just sitting here thinking about who is going to buy a house with me in 2022. Is it you? Right? I just did a video. I'm just sitting here thinking about who is going to buy a house with me in 2022. Is it you? And then now, now you're going to swipe up. You're going to do the question box again. Oh, sorry, not the question box. It's going to be the poll this time. So you're going to swipe up. You're going to do poll. The poll will give you the yes or no answer, right? Yep. So I'm going to say, is it you, question mark? And then what do they need to do? Click yes or no. What do you think I'm going to do when they click yes?
Follow up with them.
Every single one of them. Every single one of them is going to get a personal video message from you and be like, oh my gosh, Jessica, I'm so excited to think about buying a house. Woohoo! Let's work together. Right? You can literally print money, guys. Like there's a million ways. Start thinking. Start using those swipe up features that it's already built in for you. You must use the link. You must use the interaction. You must use the question box so they can plug in their name, email address, phone number, whatever you're collecting, right? You can also do lives and bring someone on. So that's a new one. And it's kind of fun. I wouldn't go the lengthy ones, right? So maybe you pick a day and time. I don't know, tips with Gogo, right? Tips with John. And you do it every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. You go live. As people are coming on there, you say, okay, randomly, I'm going to pick a person, maybe 3 people, right? And then you call it a night. And then you pick a person, say, okay, what's your coaching question? Right there, I'll answer it live. And then the more you give, what happens?
The more you get.
The more you get. So you can do that.
Yep.
Yeah, you're staying assistance. Whatever it is that you're collecting, right? If it's leads, do lead generation stuff. If it's growing your team, do team generation stuff. If you're selling a boot camp, do boot camp generation stuff. Like whatever that is that you're going to make money with. And then I did the weekly schedule. Snippets. So short videos work much better. These style of video, what you and me are doing here right now, it works in group settings like this, but doesn't work on the internet anymore. People don't have this much patience. The reason we have your attention, hopefully we still have your attention, is because you know that you're going to take something from here and implement it and you're investing back into your business. But most people don't have this much patience, but also most people are not successful.
Correct.
Okay? There's they like to say 80-20 rule in real estate. I think it's more like a 95-5 rule in real estate. So if you're still on here, you're the top 5%er. Kudos to you.
Little high five.
So do smart little videos. So you can look on when you have a business page, right, or a creator account, it's kind of the same thing. It gives you what's called insight. So then you can see which style of work that you are putting out is generating more eyeballs on it and more interaction, and do more of that, right? But short videos, like short little snippets, I just started doing tips with Gogo, which are actually our Wednesday Team Gogo trainings. And if there's a good snippet in there, there's like a 2-3 minute one or less than that, right? That is just like straight to the point. It's really good. Somebody can take and learn something new and implement it. My team cuts it and then edit it a little bit, and then we post it onto Instagram. So little snippets that is like straight to the point is much better. Absolutely do paid ads if you can. I've never
talk a little bit about that. I know you had mentioned that in the beginning, hey, you said, hey, if you got it, throw it at it. But what would you say, especially with Instagram and Facebook, with throwing some money at it?
Yeah. So 80% of the time you have to be in the pictures and videos, right? Even if you're selling a house, what I would do is I would go out to my own listing. I would take a picture, like let's say if the kitchen is the best place in the house, right? Take a picture in the kitchen, or maybe take it in front of the house, or maybe it's a lakefront property, maybe take it in the backyard at the lake, right? Whatever is the best feature of the home, but you have to be in it. So it can be a quick little snippet of video, just like, oh, hey guys, this is Gogo. This is our newest listing, 123 Main Street, blah, 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 blah. We have an open house Saturday from noon to 2 and Sunday noon to 2. We would love to see you. If not, I personally would like to take you on a personal tour. Here's my cell phone number, right? Or just click the link below and My team will get back to you, right? So whatever that you're going to say, or video or picture, but you have to be in it, because who sells the house? You do, right? When they're hiring a realtor, who do they hire? The brokerage or you?
They hire you.
Most people don't even know what brokerage you work for.
They don't care.
Nor do they understand that you have to work for a brokerage, right? We know that. They don't know that. Yeah. So you have to be in it 80% of the time, a very minimum. And then what we do, for example, we'll build a small, very simple ClickFunnels page to it, or we'll take them directly to KvCore. It's just depending. So we are going to start ads this year. We actually never run it for lead generation purposes. So wish me luck. We're going to start with like $5-10 a day and see what happens, right? So you don't have to spend $1 million. Think of it this way. Let's say you spend $10 a day. What's your average commission? $9,000?
Yeah. Most people at this point in time, it's well over 6,000 per commission.
Yeah. So let's say it's 6,000, even if it's not 9, right? Let's say $6,000. Let's say you spend, even if you spend $10 a day for 30 days, it's only $300, right? So if you spend you spend $300 and your minimum average commission is 6,000. What do you think are the chances? The $10 a day would probably, I don't know. I'm thinking it would probably generate you at least 5 leads a day, right? $2 a lead.
Yeah.
If you had 5 leads a day times 30 days, it's 150 leads.
More than you as an individual agent can work.
What do you think are please tell me you can turn 1 out of 150 into a client.
That's not even trying. You would turn 1.
Yeah. So that is what, 20 times. So if your commission is 6,000 and you spend 300, you make 20 times over your invested money.
What else are you going to invest in that's going to get you a return like that?
But most people don't do it. Most people are more than happy to pay $7,000 to Zillow than pay $300 to their own Facebook ad account.
And it's just because it's laziness, honestly, Gogo. And what you just shared is so easy. It's simple. It takes no time.
Out of 150 leads, come on, it's not one. What is the national average? I've never had a Zillow Flex account or something like that.
Yeah, Zillow's a little bit higher. It's probably 5%.
Right. If you get 150 leads times 150 times 5%, that's 7.5 clients. Times $6,000, it's $45,000, and you invested $300.
Yep.
Yeah, sign me up. I guess I'll do it. Right?
Yeah.
So it's really not to do it, but in order to do it, you have to have a business account, right?
I say this all the time, Gogo. And we're talking business today, right? We're talking social media. We're talking state of social media. We're talking, things that you have to do moving into the new year to even be relevant. But it's still business, and business is just math. And where I see agents, and you see it all the time too, Gogo, is that they get caught up in the drama. And if you just
because they make decisions based on how much it costs,
yep,
versus how much I would make.
It's just math.
It's just math. Even with EXP, like I talked to an agent yesterday, and what she pays in at her brokerage is about $13,009, right? So to switch over would be $16,000. So in her mind, it's $2,100 more over here. I'm like, hold on a minute. Can you keep your transaction fees where you at?
Most people know.
Nope. Okay, so you did 24 transactions last year times $495. I'll make you another whatever, $16,000 or $9,000, whatever that is right there, right? Okay, cool. Can you earn your cap back? No. Well, with the 20-some deals that you did over there, right? If you did 4 more deals here, you would be an icon agent. Can you do 4 more deals? If I give you all of the tools that we have here, can you do 4 more deals? Yes. Okay. So now you're going to earn back that 16,000. You're going to pay 2,000 more, but you're going to get 16 back. Give me 2 and I'll give you 16. You should have had a V8.
Yeah.
Right? But most people make decisions of what this is costing me versus what would I make. And I haven't even talked about rev share, and I didn't even tell you about stocks yet, and I already beat your numbers with my eyes closed.
Right.
Right? And most people think about never, ever, ever do the math. What is it costing? From now on, you do the math. What would I make? If I spend this little, what would I make?
Yeah. What's my return?
Spend $300, I make $45,000.
And I think too, you have to look at it just like what you said. Even where they're currently at, you're making an investment to that brokerage. What are you getting in return for that investment?
Yeah.
And that's just how all of you And I would think that's one of the things from a state of your mind moving into the new year. You have to think that way. Gogo, I want you to bring us home, but there's a couple things that kind of stand out that I just want to reiterate for those 5%ers that are hanging in here with us all the way to the end. Is that I circled this, is that I really believe moving into this new year, and everything that I'm just going to bundle it all together, everything that you said, is that you have to be more intentional.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be more intentional with what you're doing, and you've got to go all in with video. You've got to take advantage of what was not available to you in previous years. This is the big one, is leveraging the story swipe up features, being more interactive, using your link on everything you do, taking advantage of the lives, and then also putting some money at it. Those are a couple of the things that I'm seeing that are different than what we talked about last year and the year before, moving into the new year, that I would say you've got to incorporate these things moving into the new year to be even more relevant than what you are, to stay relevant, but being intentional. That really is the word, and consistency. I think that out of everything that we've talked about today, I heard that word come from you more than anything, is being consistent.
I post every day, no matter if I feel like it or I don't feel like it. If I'm inspired and I have something to talk about, or I have nothing to talk about, it takes me 3 hours to sit there and stare at the wall to come up with something to talk about, right? Not every day you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so freaking excited. No, some days are shitty, right? But that doesn't mean not to post, because here's what happens, right? It's kind of like that real estate roller coaster. The agents that are like, they did whatever they did to get all of these leads, right? Now they have all of these leads and they're so freaking working these leads, then they don't continue doing what they did to get these leads, right? Yep. Now we're in the high, right? We have all of these leads, and then now they all closed. And you're like, now what?
Got to pedal faster.
You almost can, right? They have all of these leads. Now you're up high again, and then now you close. Now you're unemployed again. You can't do that. You have to keep a consistent tempo. So you eat every month, not just this month, right? But every month. I hated the real estate roller coaster. I couldn't wait to freaking be off of it, right? And this is where rev share comes in handy too, and having stocks. Because if for whatever reason, because also, let's be honest, I'm in Michigan. We have a seasonal market. I don't care how rock star of an agent you are. Your February is not the same as your August. It's just not, right? So, but my bills are the same. My bills come in right there every single month.
Stays the same, that budget.
Right. So I wanted this removed, and I wanted this, bills and income. Ideally one surpassing the other by that. Not right there.
Not riding it, no.
One surpassing the other. And I think that's where revenue share, so if you're not doing agent attraction, it will change your life. You must, right? Like, you're young and you can chase that next deal. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing changed. I'm doing the same amount of transactions as I did when I joined. I just added 700 some odd agents, well, personally 180, and then they brought their friends to 700 something that we call today the Team Gogo organization. I started 2 boot camps. I have like 11 companies now. So a lot of things happened, but I stayed consistent.
And everything that we just talked about, that I just recapped and shared, it's just, you just change the audience, right? You change the audience from a buyer or seller to a real estate agent, but It's the same consistency. It's the same intent. It's the same video. It's the same swipe up. It's just push directing them to somewhere different. And yeah, I mean, to me, those key things don't change. We're just changing who we're speaking to.
Yeah. And then your website, you must have a website, right? You must have yourname.com. Yep. I even bought my children's name.com, just FYI, a little side note there. Because what if your son, daughter becomes a football player or an actress or something one day? What if one day they're a big deal, right? You want to own their .com. So
got every one of my kids. I have for years, right? Yeah.
So if you just bored and you want to buy, just buy it, right? Just own your .com, own their .com, create a website, and everything that you do, right? Think of all of the different ways how you make money. You can go to mine, gogobethke.com, links, and the links will kind of show you all of the different things of how I make money, right? And you're like, oh, you can have an Amazon store? Yes, you can, right? Yeah. Like today, I posted the light that I use here right above my laptop, this guy. right? It's a little magnetic thing that you clip onto your laptop. I posted that with my direct Amazon link, right? So when they purchase it, I get anywhere from 2 to 8% from Amazon. And you don't even have to buy the light. You could buy dog food and I don't know, vitamins, but just because you came from a link that I provided you, that's my link, right? It tracks that traffic and I get credit for whatever you buy.
I love it. So good. Gogo, thank you again for just always being a wealth of knowledge and just coming from a place of contribution and just adding value and pouring back into not only your organization, but the Honey Badger Nation as well. And so can't thank you enough and definitely going to continue the tradition each and every year as we bring you guys all kind of state of social media and everything coming really as we've said, either you're doing it or you're not relevant and you're not even
you're going to be buying leads or
you will be buying leads. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Well,
guys, appreciate y'all. Yeah. Make sure you guys give Gogo lots of love. If we didn't cover or hit on anything question wise, make sure post it in the comments. Gogo will go back and follow up with it, as I will as well. And man, Gogo, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you guys next time.
Go rocket, triple your business. Print money.
Print money. That's the mantra. That's the theme. Let's print some money.
Yeah. Bye.
Right.
Thank you guys.
Bye.